Hello, amazing friends, and welcome back to our podcast. It's so good to have you joining us today. This is a place where we open up great books and talk about their best ideas to help us live happier, more peaceful lives. I'm John, your guide for today's topic.
And I'm Helena. I'm really excited about today's book. We're talking about a very special and famous book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Have you ever felt like your mind is always busy, thinking about the past or worrying about the future? Like it's hard to just be calm right now.
Oh yes, all the time. My mind is often thinking about something I did yesterday, or something I need to do tomorrow. I might be eating dinner, but my mind is already planning breakfast. It feels like I'm never fully here, in this moment. And sometimes these thoughts make me feel worried or sad.
That's a feeling almost everyone knows. Our minds can be very noisy, and that's exactly what Eckhart Tolle talks about in the book, The Power of Now. He says that the only real time is this moment, the now. He teaches us how to bring our minds back to the present, to find peace, and to stop worrying so much about what was or what will be. It's like learning to turn down the volume of your noisy mind.
So, let's talk a bit about Eckhart Tolle. He is a spiritual teacher and writer, but his ideas are for everyone, not just one religion. He had a very difficult and unhappy life for many years. He felt very worried and sad inside.
Yes, he shares his own story in the book. One day, he felt so bad, so much pain inside, that he thought, I cannot live with myself anymore. And in that moment, something changed. He realized that the self that was suffering was just his mind's thoughts. He found deep peace right there, in the present moment.
Wow, so he found peace by understanding his own mind? And his book, The Power of Now, helps us find that same peace. It's not about learning complex ideas, but about simple ways to experience the present moment more fully. It's about being more awake to your life.
Exactly. He says that the book is not about becoming someone else, but about remembering who you already are, deep inside, which is peace and stillness. It's about seeing past the constant noise of thinking.
Okay, so the main idea is about the present moment, the now. Can you explain why this is so important?
Yes. Think about it. Where are you right now? You are listening to this podcast in this moment. Where were you yesterday? That's a memory, a thought in this moment. Where will you be tomorrow? That's a plan, a thought in this moment. Tolle says the past is just a memory in your mind, and the future is just a thought in your mind. The only place where life happens is right now, this moment.
So, if I'm always thinking about yesterday or always worrying about tomorrow, I'm not living my actual life right now. I'm living in my thoughts.
Precisely. And our minds are very powerful. They constantly think and create stories. Tolle calls this the thinking mind, or sometimes the ego. This part of our mind loves to go to the past, causing regret or sadness, or to the future, causing worry or fear. It takes us away from the peace of the present.
It's like my mind is a radio that is always playing, and sometimes it plays bad news, and I'm listening to it all the time.
A great example. And the book teaches us how to stop believing every story that radio plays. When you are fully in the now, there is no past to regret and no future to worry about. There is just this moment. And in this moment, often, everything is okay. Peace is here.
So if I'm eating, I should just eat, not think about work or what to do next. Just focus on the food, the taste, the smell.
Yes, that's a perfect example of being in the now. When you are fully present, you are not lost in thoughts. You are awake to what is happening. This brings a deep sense of calm and joy because problems mostly exist in our thoughts about the past or future, not usually in the simple now.
This sounds wonderful, but how can we actually do this? How can we bring our minds back to the now?
Tolle gives simple ways to practice. The main way is through presence or awareness. Use your senses. When you eat, really taste the food. When you walk, feel your feet on the ground. When you listen, just listen. Don't think about what to say next. Use your eyes to truly see what is in front of you. This pulls your mind into the present.
So if I'm drinking my coffee, instead of thinking about my day, I just feel the warm cup, smell the coffee, and taste it fully.
Exactly. Another powerful way is awareness of your breath. Your breath is always in the present moment. So when your mind is too busy, just notice your breath. Feel the air coming in and going out. This simple act brings you back to the now very quickly.
That's so easy. Just paying attention to breathing. I can do that anywhere.
And one more point about dealing with difficult feelings. Tolle says that when you feel sad, angry, or worried, instead of fighting the feeling or thinking more about it, just notice the feeling. Feel it in your body, but don't call it my anger or my sadness. Just see it as a feeling that is present. When you do this, the feeling often loses its power and slowly goes away. It's like watching a cloud pass.
So if I feel worried about money, instead of thinking, oh no, I don't have enough money, this is terrible, I can just feel the worry in my body, notice it, and then let that thought pass. Don't add more thoughts to it.
That's the idea of surrender, accepting what is in this moment without fighting it or wishing it were different. When you accept the now, even if it's not perfect, you find peace. You don't need to control everything, you just need to be present.
This is a truly life-changing perspective. What are some of the most important sentences from the book that we should remember?
One very important idea is the only reality is the present moment. Everything else is just a thought.
That's a big truth. It means where I am now is my real life.
Absolutely. And another key message is you are not your mind. This means your thoughts are not who you are. You are the awareness behind the thoughts.
That's so freeing. It means I can watch my thoughts without believing them all. My mind is a tool, not my master. It gives me so much power.
So, how can our listeners use these ideas in their daily lives, especially if they're learning English, which can sometimes bring a lot of mental noise?
That's a perfect question. Let's imagine you're an English learner. Sometimes your mind might jump to the past, like, I made so many mistakes yesterday in class, or jump to the future. I will never speak perfectly for that job interview next month. These thoughts can make you feel bad and stop you from trying now.
So, using Eckhart Tolle's idea when you're studying English, try to be fully present. If you're reading an English text, just read that text. Don't think about your past mistakes or future worries. Feel the paper, see the words. And if you're listening, just listen to the sounds, the words, the rhythm. Don't think about what to say next.
Yes, and if a thought comes like, my English is terrible, you don't fight it. You just notice it. You can say, oh, that's just a thought about my English. It's not the truth. And then you bring your attention back to the English task in front of you.
Exactly. This helps you learn better because you're more focused. You're not distracted by inner noise. Being present also makes conversations easier. You listen better, you understand more, and your answers come more naturally. It means less stress and more enjoyment in your learning journey.
So, what do you think about Eckhart Tolle's idea of the power of now? Has this idea changed how you see your own thoughts or your own daily life?
We'd love to hear your thoughts. Tell us in the comments below, what is one small way you can practice being more present today? We always like to hear from you and your experiences.
And for more great book ideas and practical tips to help you find peace and joy in your life, make sure you follow our podcast. Thank you for sharing this time with us, everyone, and we'll talk again very soon.